Hello everybody, my name is Phil. Welcome to the Miranda Classic Ties YouTube channel. Now this is going to be an introduction to our channel where we will do some tutorials on how to make ties, bow ties, pocket squares, and lapel pins from repurposed fabric. Now when I say repurposed fabric, I'm talking about clothing. So what we do is we make these items from men's dress shirts. Now primarily men's dress shirts because it ends up being the perfect amount of fabric that you need, and from one men's shirt, a large men's dress shirt, we can make one tie, about 2 bow ties, and a pocket square and multiple lapel pins. So that's just from one of these shirts. Now I have one here that we are going to make into all of these different items. It's this beautiful green plaid, and it's just a nice light cotton, and we already have a video that we're going to put out in about a week or so that we deconstructed a shirt similar to this. It's actually an orange plaid shirt, and we're going to show you how we take it apart and how we specifically make the necktie from it. And that will be in 2 parts. First part will show you how we deconstruct it and start to make the tie, and then the second part will be completing that tie. So to give you a rundown of the items that we make, here's an example of one of our neckties that we make. So it's made like the traditional necktie. It comes in 3 parts. So you have the front part that goes to about here, this long length. Then you have the middle part that goes to about here, and then the end part. Now, the tippings, which are the tips here, the tipping linings, let me focus. I primarily make those out of the same material. Sometimes I switch it up and I use something else, but I usually keep it uniform so it all looks the same. That is our little signature M logo that we use for all of our items. And here we can leave it blank, or we can also embroider your initials or the initials of someone that you're giving this as a gift to. So that's an example of one of the ties that we make. Here's another example of just a nice cotton tie. And again, these used to be dress shirts. The one that I'm wearing currently is a coral linen, that coral color linen. Beautiful necktie. And again, this used to be an article of clothing. I can't remember if it was a shirt, or sometimes my wife will find dresses, and if there's enough material and it's nice material, then I can deconstruct those and make those into these items as well. Now we also make bow ties. Now these are self-tie bow ties. This one happens to be a reversible bow tie. So depending on how you want to tie it, you can have either the pattern showing here or the solid color, and we have a huge variety of these that we make. And that's the great thing about using repurposed fabric, is the options are endless. So we have these nice chrome tri-slides that we use to adjust the size of the neck, and generally we can make these anywhere between 14 to about 18. Sometimes 18 is a little stretching the limit of how much material I have here. But if you want custom bow ties made for larger size necks, then we can do that as well and just custom make them. Now, these are all self-tie. So I will have tutorials on how to tie these self-tie bow ties. So that's what they look like taken apart. Now, here is another example. This one is a beautiful multicolor blocked linen bow tie. Again, I believe this one was made from a woman's dress. And same thing, the chrome tri-slides. And when tied, it makes an amazing bow tie. Awesome colors. And again, the variety that we get, the options are endless because we use repurposed fabric. These shirts that we buy at thrift stores or get donated to us, or if a customer wants a specific pattern or color, or maybe they have a shirt that has a stain on it or they don't use anymore, or it's too small or too big, send us that shirt and we can make these items for you customized. So we also have here our pocket squares. So these will go into your suit jacket depending on how you fold them. There's multiple ways of folding these pocket squares to make just a unique pattern in your suit pocket. So if you're a little bit more conservative, you can fold it up into a nice little square and put it in your pocket like so. So you just have that little tip showing here, or you can go a little wild on it and have it like this, stuffed in your pocket. So it just kind of adds some depth to your wardrobe, to your suit. Now that one is a reversible one, so you have the solid color on one side, you have the pattern on the other, and sometimes we will also make them with the same pattern and color on the other side. Now these are made out of 2 pieces of material, so these are pretty hefty. They're not like traditional silk pocket squares that are very floppy. These have some structure to them. So if you're looking for a pocket square that has structure like this, then certainly consider getting these pocket squares. Now we also make these awesome little lapel pins, super bright and colorful lapel pins. We don't need a lot of material to make these. About a 6x8 piece of material is all we need. And of course we have tons of buttons that we use, and we can switch out the color of the threads here as well. So we have tons of these little lapel pins. Now with these, it's just a little pin. And it's covered here. It will show you how to install these onto the lapels of your suits. Now we also have these winter lapel pins. Super thick, hefty tweed lapel pins. They really add some depth to your suits in your wardrobe. If you want to just wear these on your winter coat, or if you have a nice tweed suit, these would really go well. And again, tons of these lapel pins we will have on Etsy.com on our site, so you can purchase these. And any of these items that we're showing you right now, if you're interested in them, then check out the link below to the Etsy account. And if you don't see them on there, it means they may have sold. Then contact me, and either I may have them in stock, or you can send me material and I can make them custom for you. Now we also have our bold winter ties. Now we have many of these that are made from a hefty tweed wool material. And you can see here the beautiful colors and texture. Extremely thick. Now this is just a simple 4-in-hand knot, basically just to illustrate what a 4-in-hand knot would be, and it makes a very hefty knot. Amazing quality. Thick wool tweed necktie. Here's another example. And we can also change up the logo color in the back. Sometimes I'll make them different colors, and of course we can add your initials over here in any color. Now to go along with that, we have our thick tweed bow ties. Again, super soft. This happens to be a softer, almost flannel-like wool. And again, these are self-tie. These make a very, very thick knot. So if that's the type of bow tie you're looking for, then definitely consider checking the link down below for these amazing bow ties. Again, self-tie, so thick, but they make an awesome statement. Here's another example of a really thick tweed bow tie that we have. And again, when this is tied, it makes for an amazing knot. And here's an example of one of the flannel bow ties. Really nice, soft material. Perfect for fall or winter. Now with pocket squares, we can also make them out of some thick material. Sometimes the tweed will be too thick to lend itself to making a pocket square. But if it's thin enough, then we can make these pocket squares out of some tweeds. So we have here a nice charcoal herringbone tweed, really nice and soft. We paired it with this cotton multicolored plaid on the back. And again, these are thick pocket squares, so it adds a lot of depth to your suits. Imagine having that in your suit. Pocket is a pocket square. Certainly adds some depth and texture. We also have these really nice soft flannel pocket squares. Again, add some depth to your wardrobe. To have that in your pocket, or flip it the other way to really add some flair to it in your suit pocket, or maybe even a sport coat pocket. That is just a introduction or a demonstration of some of the items that we make. Now, in the video series to come, we're going to show you how we specifically make these items, how to wear them, how to tie bow ties, how to tie ties in various knots. There are some specialty knots that I won't go too much into detail, but there are a few that I would like to demonstrate how to tie with these cotton ties, because it's a little bit different than silk. Silk does have that nice slipperiness. The cotton doesn't quite have that, so you have to start early in the knot. And I'll explain that in later videos, what I mean by starting early in the knot, because you don't have that slipperiness to the neckties. These have a little bit more texture to them, and they can be just a little bit more difficult to tie. But it just takes some practice to get it down right. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, my name is Phil Miranda with Miranda Classic Ties, and if you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell. Help the channel to grow. Give it a thumbs up, like it if you've enjoyed it, and share it with others as well. And don't forget to check out the links below. We'll have some links to our Etsy account, as well as to our website and to our Instagram. That way you can keep up with what we're making also. So I hope you guys have a great day, and remember, don't be afraid to dress up. You not only look better, but you feel better. Have a great day.